Among the most fascinating and noteworthy reptiles on the planet Earth are chameleons, with more than 200 different species and are closely related to the lizards. They possess very beautiful, distinctive features like rotating eyes, prehensile tail, shooting tongue, and last but not the least, can change their color to pink, brown, red, yellow, or any other. These reptiles have more than identifying features. Let's have a look into this video for that. Scientific name: Chameleonidae. Chameleons do not live in a group. They prefer to sit alone and get together in order to mate, but otherwise they are known as solitary animals. The English word chameleon is a borrowing of the Greek word chamai, means on the ground, and leon, means lion, which overall forms ground lions. Paleontologists said the first chameleons evolved shortly after the extinction of dinosaurs 65 million years ago. The oldest described chameleon is Ankylosaurus brachycephalus from the Middle Paleocene of China. Other chameleon fossils include Chameleons Characteristics from the Lower Miocene of the Czech Republic and Germany, and Chameleons Intermediate from the Upper Miocene of Kenya. Most latest chameleons had to share a last common ancestor with closely related iguanas and dragon lizards, a ancestor who likely lived towards the end of Mesozoic era. They overall have around 200 species, which are broadly covered under two subfamilies, Bruxinae and Chameleoninae. The island of Madagascar off the eastern coast of Africa is known for its diversity of chameleons. Three chameleons genera exclusive to Madagascar are Brucasia, Kaluma, and Furcifer. These reptiles are found throughout the jungle and desert alike in Africa, Asia, and part of southern Europe, and some part of North America. Most of these lizards live on trees or bushes. Only a few species live on the ground under the piles of leaves. Their weight ranges from 10 grams to 2000 grams and height from 3 centimeters to 70 centimeters. They have crests or horns on the back of their skull, long, sticky tongues, and uniquely shaped feet. Many chameleon species climb up the tree with the help of a prehensile tail, which can be wrapped around branches. The scales of many species can change color to green, gray, yellow, red, purple, blue, and more. Males are typically much more ornamented than the female chameleons. They shed their skin just like snake upon stress, which happens once in a few months, depending upon the species. They also have a complete 360-degree vision around their body. This special adaptation allows them to hunt prey and spot predators more effectively. They can hear sounds at certain frequencies but depend on their eyesight to catch insects. Most chameleon species are insectivorous, but the larger species will also prey on larger animals. Depending on the size of the animal, they will eat crickets, ants, snails, waxworms, butterflies, caterpillars, smaller lizards, wasps, praying mantises, and flies. They use their tongues as projectile missiles, which they shoot at insects from a distance, therefore called as a shooting tongue. The lens of a chameleon's eye is capable of focusing extremely rapidly, detecting and regulating light, and it can enlarge visual images much like a telephoto lens. This reptile has the ability to change the color of its scaly skin. Some chameleons can display bright reds and yellows, while others can turn green, black, brown, and gray. Being smaller in size, they are present at the bottom level of the food chain. Therefore, they can be eaten by any large animal. Majorly birds and snakes are the important predators of adult chameleons. Invertebrates, especially ants, put a high predation pressure on chameleon eggs and juveniles. It uses camouflage, that is, ability to change color to match its environment, is its way of protecting itself when a predator is nearby, as a method to defend itself from predators. Chameleons are parasitized by nematode worms, including threadworms, and can be transmitted by biting insects such as ticks and mosquitoes. They are subjected to several protozoans parasites also. Habitat destruction is the main threat to most chameleon species. As an animal that lives in trees, deforestation is devastating to chameleon populations. Chameleons are also commonly kept as pets and are occasionally taken from the wild. They make a long hissing sound when they feel angry or feel threatened. They can move at an average speed of 21 miles per hour. Chameleons communicate with one another using their skin pigmentation. Animals that are angry or fearful will commonly display a red or orange coloration. When they are submissive, they will change color to brown or gray. Females will also use color to display when they are ready to mate, choosing the most vibrant and dominant male to reproduce with. Chameleons are most oviparous, with some being ovoviviparous. Most species of these lizards lay eggs, while a few have live babies. The female digs a hole in the ground and lays her eggs inside it to keep them warm. Usually, they lay around 20 eggs, but it can be more or fewer depending on the species. It can take 4 months to a year for the eggs to hatch. Jackson's chameleon is one example of a species that has live babies, that is, ovoviviparous. Babies after hatching start to begin hunting since they are self-sufficient. Chameleons typically lay 20 eggs. In the wild, chameleons can live for about 4 to 8 years. Chameleons that are cared for in a zoo can live up to 10 years. There are some species of chameleons that are endangered due to existence in small and restricted areas. They are also exposed to global human activities which result in habitat destruction or pollution. A couple of examples include the tiger and the Elandsberg dwarf chameleon. Chameleons are fascinating lizards with many impressive abilities. Try to look out for chameleons in your garden or backyard and visualize its camouflage technique.